Hello everybody, it's me Pam here at Lady Pug Kisses Stamp Studio. Okay, so I'm gonna do another card with you today. I sure hope that you guys take this one and try it because it is super cute. So it's called a book card, and let me show you the one I did. And I used the cutest little stamp set that I will show you in a minute. And it is so cute. So this is the card, and it will literally need extra postage, I think, because of just how many layers it is. I go to the post office, and you can actually buy stamps that I think are like 17 to 20 cents each, I think they are. That's just extra postage. So that's just what I do. Or you can just, like, if you live away, just put it in the box and ship it along with the package that you sent your family. But with no further ado, let's check out this card. Oh my God, it's so cute. So this is the front, and then you open it up, and look how cute. I didn't do anything here, and I'll show you why as soon as we flip through the whole card here. Oh, look at that little kitty. Isn't that cute? And it says, "Very Merry Christmas greetings." This particular stamp is Pottery Nook. It is not Stampin' Up, but I am obsessed with pugs. I've got 2 of them, and I've had them since I was 15, I believe. So I got this stamp set, and I had to include it just because it's so stinking cute. And so there's this one here, and then this is why I left the front page open, because you can put pictures. This design and all, when I give you the cutting and scoring dimensions, it's just to make the card. It doesn't include all the embellishments and stuff, because that's your fun part. That's what you get to do. You get to create those. But yeah, you can put like a picture here. You can make this a Christmas card and just like put some like photos of you and your family throughout the year. You can do like a baby announcement. That would be really, really cute. You can do like a change of a dress. I think that would be super cute, you know. Take the picture of your old house and, you know, basically your travels, and you can put a bunch of pictures in there. So I just think it's so cute, and it's just pretty. I think it's pretty. So let's see here. We're going to, so what we're going to use today is we're going to use the Whimsy and Wonder 12 by 12 paper. I love it. It's so pretty. We're going to use it. Let's see here. We're going to use the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And of course, the sweet little stockings. Oh, I couldn't resist. I mean, look at that chipmunk and that kitty and that puppy. I couldn't resist this stamp set. So I'm going to show you my chicken scratch, but I'm also going to, in the descriptions below, I will put the measurements, so it won't be like this. But first of all, you'll need a cardstock cut at 8.5 by 5.5. Then you're going to score it at 4 1/4. Yeah, you'll score it at 4 1/4, sorry. And then you'll need 2 pieces of DSP, that's Designer Series paper, cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then you'll need another piece of Designer Series paper that is 11.5 by 5 1/4, scored at 4, 3 1/4, and 5.5. Then you turn it around 180 degrees, and you repeat the 4-inch and the 4 3/4. For the inside, you'll need 2 5 inches by 3 1/4 cardstock, and then you'll need DSP at 4 of them cut at 4 3/4 by 3.5. You'll need some more cardstock, about 4 inches by 1 inch, and then you'll score it at 2 inches, and then again at 2 1/8. So I got this idea from Jan B. She's amazing. If you haven't seen any of her videos, just punch in Jan, Jan-B, and you will be taken to another world. She's amazing. But I did tweak her her measurements just a little bit for because I liked mine better. But she actually has 2 different measurements on there, so you might actually want to use one of hers instead of mine. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to come in here with our slicer dicer. Okay, and I didn't start anything, so I'm warning you, you might want to pause this video and come back later because it's going to be a long one. So, sorry. But we're going to come in here with the Magenta Madness, or is it No, it's Magenta Madness. I was going to say Madness Magenta, but but it's not. Magenta Madness, and we're going to cut it in half at 5 1/2. And then we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And we're going to get that cutting blade out of the way. So the dark one's the cutting blade, and then the light one's the scoring blade. So it's very hard to get them mixed up, but it's possible because I've done that. So I've been there, done that. Alrighty, so I'm just going to put that one aside. Now I'm going to figure out, we're going to come back to that in a second. But first we're going to come in here and we are going to figure out which one of these we want. I want to show you some of this paper too, just in case you haven't had a chance to see it. So it is super pretty. You see how silvery pretty that is? That is so pretty. Look at that. And that is the other side. These little trees with the stars, so cute. And then there's this one that I have not used yet. Okay, so then there's this one, just making sure, yeah. It's got this pretty stripes on the side that's kind of iridescent. It looks silver, but I think it's got a lot of different colors when you do this. It shows all kinds of different colors. So, and that's the other side. It looks like snow, but it can be used year round. And then there's this one that we used already with the pretty little gifts. And look at these trees. I'm in love with this one. This side right here, I love the other side too, but this side is just, it takes me to a happy place. Oh, so pretty. And that's the other side. I also used this piece, and I want to show you the other side of that one. Isn't that gorgeous? That too can be used year round. Just so pretty. And these little snowflakes, aren't they pretty? And that's the other side. So, like I said, I'm not sure which one I want to use, but I think maybe we're going to go with this one, even though I don't want to cover up that blue, so we will use some of that blue too. So I'm going to put that over there, and we're going to put this away. We don't need a big mess. I might actually come in here with some of these that I'd cut already for the last card, because who knows? We might use those too. So we're going to get those out of there. And then we're just going to move them over to the side. I never throw away scraps unless they're really super small. But I do have a card. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of an upcoming video that we will do, and it's just basically to use up some of those scrap papers, because we've all got them. We're all guilty. But I made this using scraps, just scraps, and you can do, I could have done it all the way across. You know, it doesn't matter how you do it, but you know, that way you can use up those scraps, because we love our scraps. they're like ours. So now we're going to come back in here with our slicer dicer again, and we're going to cut that DSP at 11 inches by 5 1/4. So we're going to go 5 1/4 here. So there we go, 5 1/4. And then we're gonna cut an inch off of this side because we know our paper is 12 by 12. So now we're going to just take an inch off. And then, sometimes you gotta keep this area here clean, otherwise it'll fray or frill or whatever you wanna call it. So I just go in there and I clean it out because it will literally cause the edges of your papers to have like little ickies. But there is an inch over here. It goes up to 1.5 inches on this side. So what I'm gonna do is just come in here at exactly an inch mark here, and I'm gonna take that inch off. We're gonna put that aside. So now we're gonna score it. We're gonna put our scoring blade back up there. And let's see here. What did I say we're scoring them at? We are scoring them at 4 inches. So there we go. Now when it comes to DSP, you don't want to go too hard. You just want a gentle little score line, and then 4 3/4 because it could tear. That's the only reason why, is it could tear. So then we're going to go to 4 3/4, and then we're going to go to 5 1/2, which is right there. And like I told you, we're going to turn this 180 degrees, which is basically just turn it around. And we're going to repeat the 4 inches and the 4 3/4 inches. 4 inches and 4 3/4 inch. There we go. Now, let me see. So I want to take and start this real quick. Just show you how we're going to do it. So I might have to take a peek at my other card to see how we did this. So, okay. So this one is going to go this way. Oh wait, this one's going to go this way. The first one will be a mountain fold. That's what they call a mountain fold. And then we're just going to make it an accordion it, which is that turns into a valley fold, another mountain fold, another valley fold, and then another. So you're gonna have it look like that, okay? And actually, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, do I want it to be that one? Actually, I think I want it that way. No, I'm gonna just go in there and just redo it. I think I want the pretty paper to show through. So, there we go. So now, that's the paper we're gonna see on the inside. So, we're just gonna attach that. Let me take my bone folder real quick and just run it real quick. There we go. And we're gonna get our, now this is kind of going in one direction, and when it comes to your cardstock, you do want to, or you're not your cardstock, but your DSP, if you're gonna use this side, you're gonna want to be mindful of which direction it goes into. So, like I said, we're gonna put it in here. Now, we don't want it to be exactly on our score line because you need some area for that gap. So, so I'm just going to put it probably about the smidgen, just a smidge. You see, that's a smidge. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'm hoping I can do it with my glue gun, or my glider, my tape glider. Because I'm running low on glue and I'm still waiting for it to come in. Okay, there we go. Now this is the trickiest part. So I just kind of put it in place, make sure that it's straight, in which it was not. Make sure it's straight, and then take this side. Oops, see, I almost goofed. Do you see that? I didn't want to almost goof, but I almost goofed. So there we go. And then I'm sure there's an easier way of doing that. In fact, I'm sure there is, but that's the way I do it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. No, you do not. And we're just basically going to do the same thing on this side. Just put some of our glue and close it to seal it. But this is so cute. But yeah, but like I said, I am a pug lover. I got my first pug at 15. And I'm going to put some more glue on here. His name was Rambo. Let me tell you the story behind him too while we're on here, because I'm sure it's going to be a while today because of the card. So I was 15 and my mom had this friend who had pugs. And what happened was I kind of don't like the way this lies, so I just go in here and I just push the center like that. And then I take my bone folder and I just crease it. But so she had these puppies these pugs, and the female gave birth. And about 2 weeks later, one of the little puppies was being pushed out because he was the runt and he was starving. And so my mom's friend contacted her and said, hey, would you mind? Because my mom's been known to raise puppies with bottle feeding and everything. And so she's like, do you mind? Because I'd hate for this baby to die. And so my mom's like, okay, no problem, and so she got her, and it was summer, and I took and was taking care of the puppy more often than not. And no, we don't want that one. Let's see here. DSP 4. Oh wait, not DSP, colored cardstock. There we go for the inside. 5 inches by 3 3/4. So let's see here. Oops, I got 2. I didn't want to do 2. So 5 inches. And so it was summer and I was taking care of this puppy, and I fell in love with it. And so I contacted my mom's friend and I'm like, hey, can I come and do chores around the farm? Because they lived out on the farm. I go, I'll clean the stalls, the horses' stalls. I'll mow your lawn. As long as you just let me have this puppy, because I just, like I said, I fell in love with it. And so she's like, yeah, no problem. You can do that. So I mowed her lawn for 2 months, once a week for 2 months. And I earned this puppy, and it was so funny because the day she said I can have him, we still need that. The day she said I can have him, I walked back into my room where he was, and he was just underneath my rocking chair, and he saw me walk in and he just did this adorable little growl bark. It was so cute. And so I'm like, the first words that came out of my mouth, this was 1986 or 87. The first words that came out of my mouth was, oh, come here, you little Rambo. So that's how he got his name, was little Rambo, because he just acted like a little Rambo. And I'm like, oh, you're so stinking cute. And so this dog, though, oh, oops, I didn't cut him short enough. I need to take another, is it an inch off? No, quarter inch. And so, you see how it's still doing that thing? So like I said, I just loved this dog, but he kept me on my toes, I'm telling you. When I was 16, I was working and going to school, and at the same time, because, you know, you could get after school jobs, you know, but this dog, I had to have a babysitter, because you could not, I swear, you could not leave him alone, because leaving him alone meant that he was going to get into something. He was going to tear something up, and it was just, oh my gosh, so needless to say, I didn't sleep very much at all because I had to stay up with this silly pug. And so what happened was I started dating my husband, and he fell in love with him too. He's just like, oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, he is. He's super cute, but I can't sleep at night. And so he's like, oh, okay, well, let's just I'll take care of him tonight. You can get your sleep, and I'll take care of him tonight. And I'm like, I jumped all over that. I'm telling you, I did. I was just like, sleep, thank you. So I let him take him for the night. And which one do I need to cut? It's the side. Okay, so I need to get this to 3.5. And so I let him take him for the night, because he wanted to. He did. He wanted to. He's like, okay. And so I did. I don't even think it was 6 o'clock in the morning when he comes knocking at my door. And he's literally got his arms stretched out straight. And he's got his arms stretched out straight. And I want one more of this one. And he's giving me this dog back. He wanted nothing to do with this dog that morning. He's just like, yeah, he's the demon seed. He's a demon seed. And I'm like, what? What did he do? He's like, well, the question should be more, what didn't he chew up? I'm like, what? What do you mean, what didn't he chew up? He's like, a loaf of bread, a box of cornflakes, there's stuff all over the house. And I'm just like, oh, sorry. But I tried to tell him. He just, during the day, that dog was the perfect little angel. Like, seriously. So sweet, so perfect. I mean, because you're watching him. But you turn your back on him, and he's just... yeah, not having it. But he got super sick too. He had got parvo when he was a puppy too. And I took him to the vets, and I was just crying hysterically. I was probably 16, 17 at the time. And so and now I've got a grand pug, in which my daughter-in-law just brought me this. So yeah, who's, I think, the reincarnation of him. But so All right, so back to the story. So he did get super sick, and I took him to the vet, and Fred's like, okay, well, you'll have to leave him here, and I'll have to put him on, I'd have to put him on an IV, so, because, you know, with parvo, they lose a lot of, what do you call it, nutrients, and water. They get dehydrated, and usually if they get dehydrated, they can die. So I'm like, okay, well, believe me, I told teachers at school that I'm not going to school. I told my boss at work I'm not coming to work, and I didn't either. I woke up in the morning and I went straight over to Fred's. That's our vet. Well, not anymore. He's still my mom's vet. He kind of his daughter married into our family. So yeah, like I said, I went every morning to Fred's vet office, and I sat there with my dog all day long. Cause I mean, it scared me. I mean, I would eat and I would give him a little bite of whatever I was eating, and he wouldn't eat. And I was just looked at my mom, and I was just like, Mom, my baby. And so he was at Fred's for about a week, I guess it was, maybe longer, but at least a week. And so I did. I spent all my waking hours at Fred's just sitting by him, holding him. And he pulled through, and Fred literally looks at me and he says, he believed it was me that kept him alive. He said that most people, they drop their dogs off and they just pray for the best. And I wasn't about to just pray for the best. I was, So, let's see here. Oh, did I? See here, if I do it this way. Alrighty. So I wasn't about to pray for the best. I just wanted my dog. So I stayed there with him, and he got better. He did. So I can bring him back home and let him keep me awake every night. But it was worth it. It was worth it because we just love our fur kids, don't we? We do. So I did. I would go to him, and he was just, and I kept him until I got married to my husband, who was the same guy that I was dating. But he joined the Navy, and we got stationed in Hawaii. And so back then it was a big pain in the butt to get your animals over there. And being that he wasn't in the Navy, he was still kind of really low on the totem pole. I took and gave him to a friend of my mom's who was about my age. She's about my age. And she promised that she would take him everywhere and just be the best little pug mommy she possibly could. And she was. And every time I'd go back to California, because I was a California girl, every time I'd go back to California, I would, oh, I'm so sorry if my head's in the way. I would go and see Rambo. But with that story said, it's amazing that my husband at some point, I might have to put some glue right there. I was hoping not to, but that's okay. But it had been some time before I got my next pug. my boys were much older. It probably been about 10 years since my last puppy. We didn't have an animal until my next dog, but yeah, he was just, I would have kept that dog forever if he would have lived forever, and I didn't go to Hawaii and stuff, so but that was the story of my first pug and his name and how he got his name. And my second pug, the story is just as crazy. So let's just put it that way. Maybe we'll save that one for another day. Not his name, though. His name wasn't crazy. It's how I got him that was crazy. So, I tell everybody I stole him, and I basically did. It's like, see how my thing is just the edges because of the dirt and debris and, well, basically just paper trimmings. Actually, I think I want to start it on this side. Because I'm going to make sure it's centered. There we go. I kind of got one of these not straight, but I don't want to fix it because I've got too far. So now we're going to put our front panels on. Not only our front panels, but we need our little strip. So here's a strip here. I'm also going to use this punch. It's got, I forget the name of it. I could actually look it up real quick that way in case one of you want to get your hands on it real quick. So where are the punches in here? Oh, there we go. And this one is called the Lovely Labels Punch. Yeah, Lovely Labels Punch. So down here on page 149, or just punch into my online store and say Pretty Labels Punch. But you can choose which one you want. But I just want it to kind of be fancy on one side. So you can make 3 different sizes of each. So I'm going to make the biggest. There is you have to kind of go down and under. There we go. And look how pretty it makes it. And we're going to use that on that side. You know, I could trim this down to 2 inches or not, but I do think I'm going to, because I want to show you the, so let's see here. I need to take 1 inch off and then score it. So take 1 inch off. And then we're going to score it. So we're going to move that blade out of the way. Come back up here. And we're going to score it at 2 inches. Let's go here. Where's the 2 inch? 2 inches. And then 2 1/8 of an inch. Oops, I didn't quite get that to 1/8. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I never thought in my wildest dreams that my husband, after that night with Rambo, that he would ever let me have another pug. It's like, he'd think that that would just been burned in his brain. But he did, and we were happy that my boys was their baby. So there, now we've got that part done. So the only other part, and I think I'll decorate mine on my own so you guys can decorate yours on your own. That way we don't have to have such a long video. So the front is gonna be set at 5 inches, I think. No, 5¼ inches. So let's see about finding 5¼ inches. I might have to get another piece of paper because I've got a bunch of just scrappity scraps over here. Oh yes, let's see here. Let's get another piece of papers for the front. Ooh, we are gonna just really make this one pretty. So we said we wanted 5¼ inches. 5¼ inches. Oh, not ours. 5¼ and then we want 2 at I think 3 or exactly a 4. Is it exactly 4? Yeah, exactly 4. So we need 2 at exactly 4 here. I don't know. And one more. Yeah, because these videos can get so long sometimes, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. I mean, I know I did warn you that it was going to be long, but so at this point, I'm just going to adhere it here, and the way this is going to work is when you put something on the front afterwards, you just want to put it on dimensionals and don't put any dimensionals right there. Oh, and it does actually help. This is what Jan B did. She just kind of did that. So that makes it easy too, because that makes the paper more pliable too. So, all right. So hopefully you guys can really get in there and make some really pretty, and like I said, this card, you will need extra postage, but also it's going to be used for so many different things. Like I said, when you put pictures in it and stuff, you take it to another level. And you can put as many pictures in it as you want. So if you wanted, you can actually make one more little page in here, because this is... we did cut 1 inch off. So you could, but I just didn't want to have to sit there with those measurements. That would have just been like more measurements. I'm not good with math. Should ask my math professor from college. She'd be like, yeah, no, she's not good. I mean, I think I gave her a headache sitting there going in before class and after class, asking like a zillion questions. But now you can very well wait and adhere this after you put this on it. I just like to hide it. I'm a hider. So there we go. There we are. And now, like I said, you can put the front plate on, and just like I said, just leave that little area with no dimensionals. I put dimensionals all around except for there, and decorate it. And I think that it is going to be super, super cute. And hopefully I see some in the mail. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Bye.